Hey everyone, it's me, Yasha. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube with the username Yasha Explores. So I'm here on my cell phone, and so things are going to be a bit rocky because I'm awkward and I should invest time in finding my tripod so that way it's not so rocky. But anyways, today I'm going to talk about loneliness because it's a thing that we all feel in grad school and in the world in general, but we don't really talk about it, and especially at the start of the new school year, I think it's an important thing to just talk about because it's really hard transitioning to being a grad student. Like, it was tough for me, but I can't even imagine how tough it is now with COVID and also with like being an international student, just being so far away from your family and feeling isolated. Yeah, it's not fun, and it's a feeling that we all feel, and it's scary. And I guess basically what I want to talk about is just acknowledging that it's a feeling we all feel, but also just talking about how to like cope with it, because it's not something that you can just get over. I mean, for me, starting over grad school by moving to Penn State, I had to essentially start from scratch, building that community, and it took a while. It's not something that happens instantaneously. It's not something that you can really plan for. Like, it's insane because I spent the last 2 years hating state college, hating being at Penn State, and now that my time is coming to a close, I'm just in love with this place. I've made friends and I don't want to lose them. And anyways, going back to like being a first year, you're gonna experience loneliness, and it's tough. You're gonna experience homesickness, and everyone feels it in different ways, because some people, they come into grad school with a partner or with family, and so they don't feel the physical loneliness, but they might still feel the emotional loneliness of no one really understands what it takes to be a grad student unless they've been a grad student, because a lot of our requirements are just like made up, if that makes sense, because it's like they're like constructed deadlines and stuff, like not really things that like are real world issues. Like, I don't feel like I'm doing a good job explaining this, but I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. And anyways, yeah, this one's a really rambly video. But basically, I guess my advice is just to be open to making new friends and recognize that everyone else is in the same exact shoes as you. It's hard because as humans, we are sort of innately wanting to compare ourselves, and so we feel like our classmates might be better than us, or they might be smarter, they might be more skilled, but at the end of the day, it's you only compare yourself to yourself. It's easier said than done, like much easier said than done, but we're all in this together. Like, don't worry about embarrassing yourself. Just take it one day at a time. Get to know your cohort. Get to, like, do things like have a Zoom party or invite them out for dinner or coffee. Just get to know your cohort, because those are going to be the people who know what you're going through. They're going through the same classes, the same deadlines, and it is the best support network you can have. Like, my cohort at Emory, I am still best friends with some of the people. Like, we have game nights every Thursday, and I can't imagine them not being in my life. And so that's basically like if you can get to that point with someone, it doesn't have to be multiple people, it can just be one person, then you're set. Because one of my favorite things to say is it takes a village to raise a grad student, because people think that they have to do this alone, that their research project is theirs, and if they ask for help, they're failing. But that's not true. It's all collaborative. Like, you need people who are there to help you, just experimentally, but also emotionally and mentally and physically. Like, you cannot be successful without having a support system who is there for you. And it's like, I don't even know where I'm going with this or what I'm saying, but it's just, it's hard to make friends, but it's necessary. And it's also a good idea to get involved with organizations on campus, especially those that are inter-program or interdisciplinary. Because if all of your friends, like, having friends in your cohort, definitely recommend. But having friends that are the same year as you, but in a different program, is also so amazing and such a good idea. Because one of the things that I regretted at Emory was all of my friends were in chemistry, and so I felt like my entire life was chemistry, that everything I talked about was just work related, and it got exhausting because I never got a break from work. And when I did, it was like through a board game or some sort of like forced break. Like, it wasn't just, oh, I'm friends with you because we have this thing in common. It was, I'm friends with you because we're chemistry students and we just so happen to be doing something that's not chemistry. But here at Penn State, I have friends in all different programs, and it just makes me much more well-rounded, because I feel like I get to talk about so many different issues and learn about different issues, but I also don't feel like I'm becoming my research, and I'm actually still a person, which is really good for my mental health. What else? I guess I don't really have much else to talk about other than definitely if your program lets you, or your stipend or whatever covers mental health services, get a therapist or a psychiatrist, whatever you need, because having a therapist has been game-changing for me. It's helped me realize that I'm not alone. Like, I know there's billions of people in the world, and so what I experience isn't unique, but I don't really like process that until my therapist is like, Yasha, that's normal. It's okay to feel that way. That's how humans work. And then it makes it easier for me to just sort of go with my day-to-day and like accept that what I'm feeling is just momentary, and that I will have a community no matter where I go. Even though it takes some time, it's not like impossible. And I guess that's where I'm gonna end this video, just because I feel like I'm rambling. I don't know what else to talk about. And yeah. So if you enjoyed this, like, comment, or subscribe, so that way I feel good about myself and keep making videos, even though I'll still make them even if no one likes, comments, or subscribes. But it would make me feel good. It would make my day, especially if you comment, and then I'll comment back because I love you. Okay, bye.